You may have been wondering where we've been for the past couple of months. And let me tell you, it's been one hell of a whirlwind. We were filmed for a TV show.
Josh lived alone in a tent in the woods for a couple of months.
Ula was left alone to deal with all the boat dramas.
I can do this. And we went to Italy, then Spain, and returned home to a scary surprise. My heart's pounding. But leaving it there without a proper explanation doesn't seem fair. So let us take you on a journey back in time to 3 months ago.
Cut.
So here's where we left you, 3 months ago, on our way to Italy for my best friend's wedding.
Ciao, bella. It's great.
Just like that, it was time to say goodbye to our friends and head off on the next leg of our adventure.
Beautiful world, beautiful life.
So beautiful. To Spain.
Happy anniversary, Ula.
Cheers! We didn't film much of our time in Spain as it was our first family holiday in 4 years. But before we knew it, we were on the move again, heading back to our floating home in the UK. Oh, really?
He's filming.
We're home!
Inca, we missed you, buddy. Oh my God. There's a light on in our boat.
Okay, I'm recording because I think someone's in our house. We walked over and this light turned on. And I'm really hoping it's a faulty light connection. You okay, babe? Hello? Josh is going in. I mean, it'd be super bizarre if someone's just camping out in our boat whilst it's staying put right here. Oh God, I'm a bit scared. My heart's pounding. Josh? Thank God. Okay, crisis averted. I'm very lucky to have one brave boyfriend. So it turns out that this lighting that we've never used before ever under the
LED strip light.
LED strip light.
I mean,
We never ever used that before, and we don't even know how to operate it, and it randomly came on as we were walking down the towpath.
I mean, you saw.
We'll replay it now.
We missed you, buddy. Oh my God. It definitely turned on whilst we were looking at the boat. And I'm not being funny and we're not being dramatic, but when that happens and you're a bit delirious after travelling for hours, you're like, what was that about? And Ula just said, why didn't you film that bit? And I was like...
My heart was pounding too. I don't know how he was feeling.
Oh, well, I actually just unlocked the doors, grabbed the axe, the little hand axe, and...
to go at the person with an axe.
Well, yeah, like, because I didn't know what the situation was. No, really, I didn't.
I know, I think I'm a bit of hysterics because that was so bizarre. It was so weird. My heart was pounding in my chest. My body was shaking. We genuinely thought someone was in here. But now we're on the boat and we can relax. So, shall we have a cup of tea?
I didn't film me storming in here with an axe because I genuinely thought I had to use it or at least confront someone.
With your axe.
And I'm
so there you
knackered.
go, people. If you're thinking of breaking in, Josh will come at you with an axe.
Yeah, bloody well. It's my home.
Anyway, time for a cup of tea. What do you say?
Yeah, I haven't had one of those for weeks.
Yeah, me neither. I haven't had one for like a month.
And then bedtime, okay.
It's time for bed, so we'll see you guys.
See you in the morning where Ula is going to rock the show and she's going to take this boat for a spin all by herself.
Woo! See you then. I am finally back on our floating home after what feels like forever away. And now I'm back on the canals, listening to the crickets and the birds and the crows in the distance. It's just super magical, and I feel so grateful to be here and to be living this life. Today we are moving the boat. We're heading to new pastures, finally, and we actually have a plan this time. And I know we've said it many times before, but right now we know what we're doing. So let's have that cup of tea and get going. Though there does seem to be a rather ominous looking cloud in the direction that we're briefly heading in. We need to go to a winding hole down the way.
Right then, engines checked, all good. Let's see this little beauty fire up after a few weeks of being sat idle. I have complete faith.
Oh, I look good.
I reduced croissants from the service station late last night. Good thinking though, because otherwise we'd have no breakfast.
And this is my first proper cup of tea in a long while. Oh yeah.
That's you set for a cruise, isn't it?
Tea and a pain au chocolat for me, and off we go.
Legend. I need a hero. I need a hero.
This is going to be the hard one here. So the plan of this cruise was for me to move the boat completely on my own with absolutely no help or advice, or should I say backseat driving from Josh. Josh was about to accept a job living off-grid in the woods for a couple of months, so I needed to do this to build my confidence and to assure myself that I would be okay as a solo boater for 8 weeks. I'm ready. I'm getting off. You coming?
Let's go. I'm being really lazy today. I'm just getting Ula to do everything. I'm just drinking my cup of tea and eating all the croissants. It's a good bloody life, isn't it? Look at that! You've done great!
Pulling it a little bit closer in this direction. I'm not completely in the, what is it like?
Reeds.
All the reeds over there. So we've got the most beautiful spot here, right next to a bridge that's only used on foot. It's a footbridge. Right underneath this absolutely gorgeous apple tree, which is so cool. So you would have seen that I did all of the driving, casting off, all the bridges, mooring up by myself. And the reason that is because Josh is going to be going away for a bit. I mean, obviously I've been moving it a lot with Josh over the past however many months we've been living on the boat, but this is the opportunity for me to get fully confident in being able to move a 60-foot narrowboat completely by myself, like some of those very inspiring solo female boaters like Yoga with May, Earl Wright, May Moon. I'll leave links to them down below because they're amazing women and so inspiring for me. So yeah, today was a nice little experiment. I had Josh on hand if I needed to ask him any questions, but I didn't. I did everything myself. So yeah. And yeah, I'm feeling more and more confident every single day. This might not even seem like a big deal to some people, but you know, you're moving a 60-foot hunk of steel and you're going past other people's homes and there are things that happen, and yeah, well, I feel really good for today.
You did brilliant.
Thanks.
I'm chuffed with you. I know you'll be fine, but it's just a case of putting it into practice and allowing you to experience yourself doing it on your own. For you to go, yeah,
I got this.
I got this.
I can do this.
Yeah, which you can.
Yeah. And
yeah, I will be leaving her to look after Inca all by yourself for a little while.
It's a very grey day here on the canal. I'm back after dropping Josh at his new job and having been away actually a couple of weeks myself. I'm feeling a bit nervous this morning actually, if I'm completely honest. I'm about to move the boat completely by myself for the first time. Mum is with me for support. But yeah, I don't know, can you tell? I'm feeling a bit nervous. Ooh, wish me luck. I'm sure it will be fine. Just hope it doesn't rain and that I don't encounter too much wind in this really crap August summer weather that we're having here in England. Non-existent. Anyway, wish me luck. I didn't manage to film too much of what happened next because if I'm completely honest, I had a bit of a meltdown. The evening before, when I returned to the boat, I discovered a leak that had completely soaked the dinette area. And then this very morning when I opened the engine bay, I discovered it had also been flooded with water. So it really felt like things couldn't have been any worse. I then spent the next hour bucketing water out of the engine bay so it was safe to move on. It was a really difficult morning, and I was thankful to have had my mum there to support me. I took a moment to take some deep breaths and then set off along the canal for my first cruise without Josh to find myself a new spot to moor our boat. It turned out to be a really lovely cruise with a few laughs and plenty of sunshine. Despite the issues, I was really proud of myself and was looking forward to spending some time in a new area along the waterways. The next few weeks on the boat I spent in complete solitude. I saw a few people here and there, but mainly spent my time watching nature unfold in the summer sun, listening to the birds and the wind in the trees. I saw a few boating friends every now and then, but mostly I spent my time hand-building pottery, reading, lying in the sunshine, and observing the land around me. It felt so good to have this time to myself, to work on my own little projects, do some DIY, and be with my own thoughts whilst floating along the waterways. And then, my favourite lady came back again for a little visit, which meant loads of laughs.
And now we're here doing this. I can't get up.
And a tipple or two of wine. It was so wonderful getting to spend this quality time with my mum. I cannot remember the last time we spent such a long duration of time together, just the two of us. It was pure magic. And of course, when living on a boat, there is never any shortage of jobs to be done. We spent some time prepping for the winter, mending clothing, and even revamping our dinette area. We also managed to fit in plenty of long walks and some time to forage blackberries and crab apples before the season completely turned. That's a dedicated forager right there. She's getting right in the bush.
Well, they're the big
amongst
juicy ones.
amongst the stinging nettles as well. You can see brambles. I mean, they are the most amazing fruit because they're easy to identify and they're super abundant here in the UK. But they are protected by these massive thorns and generally surrounded by stinging nettles.
And flies.
And flies. But absolutely, definitely worth foraging because they are the tastiest thing in the world. And we're going to make some blackcurrant blackberry jelly, which is my absolute favourite jam ever.
Have we got enough now, Ula?
I think we probably do. We have loads of blackberries. I've got these. Mum's got some. And I thought we could get some crab apples.
And then we can have a cup of tea.
Cup of tea, and then maybe we'll make some crab apple and blackberry jelly.
Cool. Let's go.
So we're just making our way down this very overgrown little path, which is so beautiful. And I think Mum has managed to find the crab apples. But can she reach them? She's pretty short. See? Said, can you reach them, Mum?
No.
Jump! No, you'll lose all the blackberries. Don't jump. No! Oh, and there's a few.
I can't reach them.
I can probably get those. They're beautiful. What lovely light. They've started to drop. There's many on the floor. But Mum's got a couple. Look at that. There we go. I can probably reach quite a few of those actually. But you can go for it. Do you want to jump some more?
No.
Go on. It'll be like when we used to jump on the trampoline for mangoes in Australia.
Yeah.
That's a good reach, Mum. I got one.
Well done. Shall we?
We're ready to rock.
And have
We'll
a...
make a cup of tea and then maybe make jam tomorrow.
Yes. Okay. Good.
glorious weather here, but my mum is going. Oh, she's going back to Hastings. But yeah, it's been awesome having her here. And now the weather's going to be incredible for the next week. So hoping to get some more things done on the boat and just generally spending some lovely time outdoors absorbing it all, because it's absolutely gorgeous here at the minute. It's 26 degrees. Woo! And then, after a month or so of slowing down, life really started to pick up the pace. I packed up the van and drove to Hastings to send the last ever orders of my skincare company, which I closed over the summer. It was incredible to see the support I received from my loyal customers, but it felt so good to close this chapter of my life to make room for something new to come. Then I jumped back in the van and drove all the way up to Scotland to spend some time in the Highlands, playing my drum, bringing a new drum into existence, and generally just spending some time in one of my favourite places in the world. Then I drove back down south to work at Medicine Festival for the week, and then was finally reunited with Josh at Into the Wild Festival. And just like that, I was back on the boat, and so was Josh.
Hello.
And as though no time had passed, we were back to cruising the waterways, getting cozy, drinking plenty of tea. Oh, and did we mention we were filmed for a TV show?
But we'll share more details on that soon.
So if you've made it this far through the video, we have some serious love for you.
Thanks for sticking with us so far as we navigate our new way of life.
We now have a concrete plan, and it involves lots of cruising and many, many, many locks.
So hit subscribe and we'll see you on the other side.